Hi there, I'm Kai Potter with Champion Brokerage Group, and today we're going to dive into one of the most popular strategies used across the nation with advisors. Many times, advisors will just throw plans together, and sometimes we're just supposed to trust that it'll pan out. But at Champion Brokerage Group, we think it's important that you actually understand exactly what you're doing, what you're signing up for, and committing to. Our clients often come to us to ask about buy term and investing the rest strategy. So today we're going to take a balanced side-by-side walkthrough of the idea. That way, you get to see for yourself the strengths and the weaknesses of this plan. And you're going to be able to determine for yourself also if there's a place for it in your future. Buy term and invest the rest can be effective for some households and less for others. So in a few minutes, I'm going to show where it works, where it struggles a bit, and how to decide based on your own individual goals. Remember, this video is for educational purposes only. It's not personal advice. Your goals, taxes, health, and time horizon does matter. Please schedule a consultation with our team before making your next move. So what is BTIR and what does it actually mean? It's when you buy term life insurance for low cost protection. The dollars that you don't spend on the permanent life insurance, you're going to invest in the market. So for example, if your term plan costs you $50 a month, if you were to buy a permanent alternative, it would cost $300 a month. What you would do is invest the $250 difference. The approach assumes, though, that you're consistently investing the difference through and through, whether the market is up, whether it's down. Even when your statement is reflecting that you lost $20,000, you'll still need to be able to stomach that and invest your $250 a month. It's a lot easier said than done, I would agree. There are benefits though, so let's discuss the benefits of this strategy. One, you're gonna get super high coverage for the lowest premium. This is extremely useful for income replacement, mortgage protection, and for the kids' college fund. You're also going to receive earlier compounding because you're making regular contributions over long periods. That can be extremely meaningful. There's also flexibility built in and liquidity because you control the allocations and you can pause it at any time. The setup is also pretty straightforward. The plan offers you affordable coverage, plus you get to invest the gap. $250 a month for 30 years at an average assumed rate of 7% could grow significantly, but not guaranteed. So with any strategies, we have to make considerations and trade-offs. We have to consider our actual behavior and the consistency because our results are going to depend solely on our ability to invest the difference month after month for decades. We also have to be mindful of sequence risk near our retirement because poor market timing around our withdrawals can actually reduce the longevity of the portfolio, resulting in us running out of money. Remember also that there are tax implications in taxable accounts. Our dividends, interest, and gains can reduce the net total returns. Our coverage also in our term life insurance will eventually end, and our future needs may be unpredictable. Our age and health may affect renewals, conversions, and also underwriting. Finally, we must make considerations for market volatility because unless we add protections and guardrails, we're going to experience 100% of the market swings. There are also risks that we need to watch for in this type of plan and any other. The first are health changes. If our coverage is still needed after the 20 or 30 years when our term plan ends, new underwriting and pricing reflecting our new age could be challenging. One common error people make also is underinsuring themselves just to be able to invest a little bit more money into the market. This is risky because our family can be exposed. Finally, the projection versus our actual reality. The averages on paper don't reflect our behavior, taxes, and volatility, which can make our performance vary. A fair comparison is extremely important when we consider looking at strategies. It must be fair and it should be apples to apples. For example, if we compare BTIR and cash value options, we're going to have to use same after-tax dollars across both strategies. We should also consider net returns after advisor fees, taxes, and consider realistic behavior assumptions. Also, the coverage longevity is important. Term versus lifetime. The ease and also the impact of accessing our cash, right? Withdrawals versus policy loans, tax versus not. We would also need to consider the downside. We would need to manage the downside, consider volatility, floors, caps, and how that's applicable. Conversions and also living benefit riders are also important. Beneficiary estate logistics, probate considerations, where BTIR fits well, right? If you are someone who needs maximum death benefit now at low cost, this would work. If you're someone who will automate investing, the difference from day one, this would work. You can and will stay invested, you promise to yourself, through market fluctuations. And finally, you have long time horizon, 15 to 30 years plus. This would work. Now, where does BTIR fall a little short? If you're someone who wants lifetime coverage because you have estate planning, special needs, buy-sell agreements, or legacy planning, this wouldn't work. Maybe you value downside buffers and you have a difficult time handling losses, or maybe you just preferred tax-favored access later in your life. If you think you're likely to skip contributions or sell during a market decline, then this probably would not work for you. Or maybe you're near retirement and you're concerned about sequence risk. Now, how can we come up with practical middle grounds? Here are some things that we can do to meet in the middle, because who says this has to be all or nothing? The first idea is you can actually buy the term and add the ability to convert it later. So you're locking in the option to convert without needing a new health underwriting down the road. That could be beneficial. We could also use term laddering. For example, we would use a 10, 20, or 30-year term plan, but we'll layer the plans to match our declining needs, like college planning years, income replacement years, and then mortgage protection years. We could also do a split strategy ticket. We could allocate some dollars into the market, some into permanent coverage for lifetime. We can use that for benefits and also tax advantage access. We could also use the bucket approach, right? We can maintain multiple buckets. The first bucket for immediate cash reserves, the second for intermediate let me help sleep at night bucket, and then finally a long-term growth bucket to offset potential sequence risk. I think it's important to take also a reality check on our behavior. If we were automating $250 a month for 30 years and staying invested is one path. If you're skipping deposits or exiting after a down market, and that often leads to very different outcomes, even if the average return looks similar on paper. Thank you for watching, and we hope you found this helpful. Remember, BTIR can be a great fit or not, depending on your objectives, timeline, and investing discipline. For clear apples to apples comparison tailored for you, book a discovery meeting with Champion Brokerage Group. Our goal is simple: to leave you better than before we met, every family, every time. Let us help you build wealth, wisdom, and legacy confidently.